Hi people, welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you the Silver Bullet. This is an expert advisor that is dedicated to trading on silver, okay, which is XAGUSD. Now I've tried it on a 1 hour time frame. Admittedly, it only takes one trade. It take a trade and then it will literally not bother taking another trade, okay, because you can have this very risk averse. So what's quite good about this is something that you might be able to use on a prop firm, okay? If you want to make money with the prop firm using these, there's a good chance that you can do that. You can see that this is the only trade it took. We scroll through, you'll see that there is no, let's just move this to a 4 hour window. You'll see that this is the only trade that it is taken. Okay, so it's one trade. It's made around I think it was £68, around about $68. Okay, but I know it's taken a long time for it to actually give itself what it wants to do. But there are things that you can do with the XAGUSD, okay, Silver Bullet, the expert advisor. You can literally, if you hover onto the actual expert advisor, right mouse click and then scroll down to expert advisors and then hit properties. First of all, you can actually do a strategy test and you can actually do a back test so you know whether or not the bot's going to be profitable before you release it anyway. Okay, I've got a take profit ratio of 2%, lot size 0.03. Use lots on risk percentage. This is something I've got at false at the moment. Risk percentage is 1%. Magic number, obviously you want to make sure that you change that. Stop loss buffer pips is 1. Number of candles to expire is 5. Okay, so that's where it almost goes back 5. And then you've got the pips, body candle, etc. Start time, so you'll see that this is set for start of the hour of London, okay, which goes on at 12 o'clock at night till 12 o'clock in mid-noon, okay, so this goes on pretty much for 12 hours. Minimum gap pips London 10 again, max no trades London session 2. Start hour, so it's got another start hour which you can choose as well. Your stop loss ratio, okay, which is 0.75 and then 0.1. What I'm showing you this about is I'm going to show you how to install this anyway, so you're going to see how to install this very shortly. But what I quite like about this particular bot is it's very risk averse. It does literally one trade and then it won't trade anymore, okay, and it literally will just stay in the market and it will close. This is its close point here, and this obviously is a stop loss point here, okay, but this never went into a stop loss, okay, it's never went into a loss. All the other charts that I've been testing it with seems to be working quite well. What I quite like is by having certain bots that work for certain charts, right? So we've got this ICT Silver Bullet which works for silver, and most of the other sort of trending bots are gold related, okay, and then you can obviously try GBP, JPY. You know, you've got to do your own test, your own due diligence, etc., and decide whether or not you want to do that. So I'm going to put this to a 15-minute window now. We're going to load this up, okay, and then I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to go to properties. And I'm going to adjust. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the reset button first of all, and this will revert it back, okay, and then what I'm going to do is change the magic number to another 4-digit number, and then I'm going to use lots on risk percentage. That would do. Right, now, okay, now what I've done now is I've basically reset my bot, okay, and I'm just going to leave that now. That's going to trade the actual XAG USD when it's ready to come on. Now we will notice that there is a smiley face. This means that the bot is active. Okay, if you need to know how to set this up, it's very simple. You want to go to Tools. Once you've just installed your bot, I'm going to go, don't worry, I'm going to go over a little bit more. I'm just going to show you these key things just in case you've forgot them. Okay, so when you've installed the bot onto a chart, you really need to go to Tools, and then what you need to do, if it allows me in, go to Options, and then you want to go to Expert Advisors. You want to make sure the Allow Auto Trading is on, allow Dell imports, and allow web request. Okay, once you've done it, just hit OK, and this is going to allow you to have this particular bot in action. If we click on here, see what bot this one is. So if we go back out now, you'll see that this one here, you'll see this is the bot we're running at the moment. Okay, so if we just scroll these down, okay, so this is the ICT Silver Bullet. Okay, so what this will do is this will scan the internet and it will work out a time to get into the market and out of the market. I've adjusted it now to a 15-minute window. In fact, I'm going to change it to a 30-minute window, and I'm going to see what it does on a 30-minute window. I've been testing this for quite a few months in the actual 1 hour time frame, and I've had no losses from it. So this is very, very good. This is why I said that you could use it on a prop firm. You just got to make sure that you set up your stop loss and your take profit, because you know what prop firms are like. They're very, they will struggle, and you've only got to miss one thing, and before you know it, we're in trouble. Okay, so you just need to make sure that you do that. If you're using the Darwin, it's perfect, because this is a Darwin. You can literally leave this just running constantly, and you haven't got any issues with that side of it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move over to here. Okay, we're going to go here. Okay, and I'm now going to show you how to install the Silver Bullet. Just got to check to make sure that this is definitely MT4. Just going to allow this to load up. It is MT4. You can see it's right here. So I know this is an MT4 account. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on here, and then I'm going to close that one down, close that one down, close that one down, close that one down, and close that one down. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab XAGUSD, which is right here. Now remember, your file, okay, will be a zip file that will you'll get from module 60, I do believe we're on now. That's why I wanted to make sure I did this for you specially, because I thought you could benefit from this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are going to use XAG. So you can see the XAG isn't on it yet. So what you do is you just go just below all of them, double click on here. It's going to open up this box, and if you type XAGUSD, okay, and then enter, and then if you scroll this down, you'll see now that XAGUSD is here. So we're going to grab this and drag this onto the box like so. Okay, so that's done. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to install the bot into here. Okay, so the first thing you would do is you go and pick your bot up wherever you've downloaded it from my module. So in my case, it goes into a Darren folder. You can't see because I've got two screens, so I'm just going to zip this across here. I'm going to go to downloads, PC, and we're going to go to Darren. We're looking for the Silver Bullet. If I type in silver, There we go, the ICT Silver Bullet. So we're just going to copy this. So this is the one, ICT Silver Bullet. Now yours will be in a zip file. You just need to unload your zip file, and then once you've got that, what you need to do then is go to File, go to Open Data Folder, and we're going to paste in the bot into MQL4. We go to first. Okay, and then we go to, let's go back. Then we go to experts. My computer's on the jolly at the moment, so let's come back out and do that again because I don't want to confuse you. So basically you go for file, okay, let's do that again. Okay, we'll start from scratch because I want to make sure that I don't confuse you. You go to file, then you want to go to Open Data Folder, and you just click on there. Then you go to MQL4 and double click on that. Then you go to Experts, double click on that, and then you're going to right mouse click and you're going to paste that in, okay, like so. Okay, and you'll find now that the ICT Silver Bullet EA is there. Okay, then we're going to close that down. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to right mouse click on the expert advisors. We're going to hit refresh, and this is going to refresh here, and then we should see the ICT Silver. Now what we do is we hold on to that with the left mouse button, drag that across, see a little box that's just below the cursor, and then let go, and then it's going to allow the bot to be added to the chart. And then you basically go into common. You can set it for long or short, it's entirely up to you. I always have allow live trading, allow import, and allow DEL imports. Then go to inputs, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to play around with this one. So lot size, I'm going to use lot size of 0.04. My take profit ratio is still going to be 2. I'm going to adjust this one to true. Okay, my risk percentage, I'm going to use 4%. I'm going to change my magic number. Remember, it has to be authentic. Stop loss buffer pips, we're going to leave it. What we'll do is we'll change that to 1.2. Number of candles to expire FEG, we're going to change that to 7. Minimum pips body candle, I'm going to change that to 8. I'm going to change this to 8. And I'm going to change this one to 8. Start time, well, I'm going to trade in the Asian market with this one, so I'm going to set this up to 23. And I'm going to trade this, I'm going to try trading with this. Let's do 23.39, and then I'm going to end the session. I'm going to try it on the Asian markets and see what this does. I'm going to put this to 4 AM. So it'll be 0.4. I've just got to take that 2 off, like so. Minimum gaps per London, I'm going to change this back to 8. Max no trades London session, I'm going to allow it to do max number of trades, so I'm going to allow it to do 7. Start hour US, I'm just going to leave that the same. And minimum gap US, I'm going to change that to 8. Max number of trades, I'm going to change that to 7 again. Okay. What we got here? So is break even true? Break even stop loss ratio. We're going to change this to 50%. And break even stop loss, I'm going to put this to 0.3. Okay, now we're going to hit OK. Now I've added that, okay, I've customized my actual set file. Incidentally, you can have this set file, okay, I'll include it inside the Silver Bullet Expert Advisor, so you can have this as well. So we're just going to click on OK. So this is all set up now. The only thing we need to do now is change this to a 30-minute window. In fact, I'm going to change it to a 15-minute window, and then I'm going to change it, I'll leave it like that. Right, now what we're going to do, I'm going to save the file, and I'll make sure I add this file for you, okay? So we're going to go to Properties, click on here, and then we're going to save. I'm going to click on the Save button, and then I'm going to write down XAGUSD 15-minute, and then I'm going to put the date, which is the -4/30-25. And the idea with this is just so we know exactly when I've actually created the account, what the account is used, particularly what this set file is used for. So it's for XAGUSD and a 15-minute time window. And all I need to know is add the Silver Bullet. EX4, okay, or EA, like so, okay, and then MT4, like so, okay. Now I'm going to hit save, and the idea of saving this is that if I want to use that again, I can, because I've saved it, okay? That's the idea of me saving it. And also, you'll be able to have this file, I'll make sure this file is included inside the zipped Expert Advisor when you receive this, okay? Let's just do that again to make sure that's definitely taken. So it's XAGUSD 15-minute Silver Bullet, and it's the 4/30-25. Okay, so we've done that. All we need to do now is just save that. Interesting. And hit save. Okay, so that's saved. Now hit OK. Okay, so that's now on. Okay, so the XAGUSD bot is now operational. You can see we've got a nice smiley face. This means this is all working, etc. So basically we just leave this now and see what this does in the market. Remember that this could take some time before it takes a trade. It almost monitors what it needs to do, and then it will jump into a trade. It's just been very risk averse. It's been very good the way it does it. I'm hoping to try it on some past prop firms to see if we can get some profits from it, and then I can draw the profits out from that, which I may use on one of my past prop firms just to test it and see how it operates. So hopefully you've got some idea now of what the XAGUSD bot does, which is silver to USD. I've set this up with a 50-minute time frame using the ICT Silver Bullet Expert Advisor, and I've also got it set so it's going to go on 11:49 tonight, okay, and then it's going to go off around about 4 AM in the morning. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how it performs inside the Asia market. Okay, so this is what I'm actually testing at the moment. So hopefully this video is going to give you a little bit of an in-depth way of how to set up an expert advisor with MT4. I've shown you exactly how to do this. I've shown you how to add it onto a chart. I've shown you how to add the bot. I've shown you how to do the set file and customize the set file, making sure that you concentrate on the magic number. Very, very important to make sure that the ID is unique to you. That way, when you have a trade, it's easy for you to identify it, and to you know, if you're documenting, then it's easy for you to find. Also, you want to make sure that the bot, which the actual set file that I've given you for the XAGUSD, which is set up for the Asian market, okay, if you need to add it, you literally just go back to where the bot is, you right mouse click, you move across to expert advisors, then click on properties, and then you're going to click on load, and then you'll scroll down wherever you've put your set file. Okay, so this may say Darren's XAGUSD 15-minute silver bullet. Okay, and you're just going to click on that, and then you're going to hit open. Okay, and then what this will do is this will change everything. All you will need to do is change the magic number. Make sure that magic number is changed so it's completely different. Okay, don't use my magic number, otherwise depending on if you have too many of them, we don't adjust the magic number, the bot could get shut down. We don't want that, right? Okay, and then you want to hit OK, and then you just leave this bot, just another one of those bots that you just leave, forget about it, come back and check it later on, especially if you're using the Darwin account, because it's a very low risk. Okay, but you can get high profit margin from it if it starts to work quite well. Okay, so that's it. All the very best till my next video. Thank you very much. Bye now.